episode of my Genshin Impact playthrough. Last time we had the feast for Sino and Nahida and all the celebrations, and now we get to go to talk to Nahida. She gets to answer our questions. Everybody answers quite well, except the one of our brother. I just find that so funny. It's like, oh yeah, I'll answer everything else except for your brother. Because we have no idea, / we can't talk about it.
Nahida! Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with. Is there anything you want to know?
Oh yeah, about the
After
Akasha.
recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
Good.
But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sum. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. Well, I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Yay! Nahida is best Archon. Alright, the day after.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Did he take the doses?
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor.
Oh yeah, he has all those copies of himself.
I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god.
Oh, what did she ask for? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
Smush it.
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil.
Alright, good.
In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. His future will be determined.
Alright, oh yeah, Fontaine.
Is that where you're headed next?
Yay!
Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system. Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Fossilor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Fossilor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Okay then. Shall be interesting. Yeah, I've got nothing else to ask.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
What?
Huh? You mean...
Wait, is this a better brother?
About your brother.
Yeah! Nikki is officially the best Archon. She
While
knows
we were
something.
resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Yeah, we both came from
Yeah,
the same store.
isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you.
What has stuff on our brother?
However, there must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
Really?
What?
Interesting.
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
But how? He traveled with us. We've been all over the place. That makes no sense. Is there something wrong with my memories? Maybe we've seen that stuff could be changed.
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Tevat?
Yeah, do you have anything else?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria.
Yeah.
After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat.
Really?
But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
Huh.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
So our brother also went through the 7 nations. Okay, I have a wild idea that might not even be true. We've seen some Saras, right? Why can't this be a samsara? Just with us instead of our brother. Because we're also going through the 7 nations 500 years later. It makes
And whoever
kind
it
of sense.
is,
I don't know.
if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Yeah.
Even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders?
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
From the Heavenly Principles?
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis.
Yeah.
A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
4th? Alright, hold on, who's first? Who would be a Descender? Think of all the people we've met. I would say Dainsliff. I would 100% say Dainsliff. Paimon. Who else? Me. So somebody else.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender
Nope,
was
never
likely
mind.
what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Okay, so maybe it is. That would make sense if it was me, Paimon, and Dainsliff. Maybe not so like, I know he's from Conria, theoretically. But it makes sense, we have no idea where the world Paimon came from. We have no idea where we came from, or our brother. But Dainsliff makes sense too.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
You've helped us enough, Nahida. You've given us new information. You're the best Archon out of all of them forever and ever and ever.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go, and soon I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you.
The pleasure is
Yeah.
all mine. I can't thank you. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
She is the best Archon! Best Archon ever! I love Nahida! Alright,
You must
here
have
we
a
go
whole bunch
next.
of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. I'm always ready.
Oh, we have two. Okay, so we have two quests to do in between. I didn't realize there's two. So we have this, and we have the... I'm assuming Dainsliff quest. Because he always has to appear out of nowhere. Oh, we get to unlock these stories. Ooh, hoo. Nahida. We'll do Nahida's. And we'll do... Aethers. I will probably do those eventually. Just not right now. We'll do this quest.
You know, Paimon's heard that Alhaitham's been made acting Grand Sage, but with that personality
Oh wait, hold
of
on, I get a
his,
wish.
like,
Hold on a second. I get a free wish. Wonder if,
about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Tevat from someplace else? Why don't we go to the academia and ask around?
Okay, it's probably talking about. I definitely think Paimon's probably a descender. And I think possibly Dainsliff. I feel like it would make sense. Go to it. I did. Nope, okay, it's supposed to be out here. Never mind then. Wonder if the Balladeer will pop back into... Still have a whole lot of answers on him. I'd really like to know. Oh, what in the world happened to him? It's supposed to be down. Alright, let's go figure out what happened to... what else we gotta do?
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you're...
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange I want to write my essay on something interesting, and
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Did one of them
Interesting.
just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma.
Oh yes, that dumb island that I had to go to and kept walking over.
Is it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Great!
I think
Let's
it is
go
at
find
least.
out what this Tataras...
Okay. Is it that dumb island for me? I want to say it is. Hold on. It is. No. Yes. It's spelled weird though. Apparently not. I think it is that dumb island. Hated that quest.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
You called for me?
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only...
I see.
Can't help you this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Ina's...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a...
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
I don't think it's that dumb.
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
Hold up.
Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Hold up. Are they talking about the Baldir? I think they are. That makes sense.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned...
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And
Stop shouting!
this part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
I think it is the Baldir.
Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
Paimon is not caught on
That's
yet.
right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yeah, the Kazuha.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
Yeah, that's what Kazuha was part of.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all...
the Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to...
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
It is 100% the Baldir.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
It is 100% the Baldir.
No, Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Burn it. Burn it. It's not meant to be out of the public. I really do think it is.
And please read my essay.
Oh my gosh, I just finished reading. Jeez Louise.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative?
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever it... Besides, if there really was a
Good point. Okay, back...
We have some other stuff to do.
All right, thank you.
Okay. It's probably the Baldir.
Hey, so that thing they were... Okay, then even if, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up, if you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many...
Excuse me? In the world?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Oh, up he goes.
the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Well, that'll be a problem for next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!